valley where the shadow lingers under skies as old as the moon. A church steeple charred and fingered by the wrath of a scorned man's ruin. Whiskey whispers in the ghost town dust, echoes of a train that's gone. No mercy in the church fire burning red. Flames whisper secrets of the damned and dead. Lost loves lament, a bitter choir singing to the heavens of the church fire. Like an old coat frayed, her locket cold against his chest. Promises like graveyards laid in soil barren as his heart's unrest. Through dust storms that erase the tracks and silent deserts hold the tales untold. No mercy in the church fire, wild and wide. The skies cried ash when the faithful cry. Betrayal silhouette against the pie, cast by the blaze of the church fire. Child, the truth unveiled on that cursed stage drove him deeper into the wild. Forgotten graves unearth their names as he stands alone, the fire's keeper. No mercy in the church fire, souls ascend, haunted by the echoes that will never end. This ghost town knows of desire, forever marked by the church fire. Out in the howling silent sands, with whiskey in my shaking hands, the ghost towns wail their lonesome sins as I ride through the desert wind. Dust storms swirl where churches burn, where love was lost and never returned. The train whistles mourn like an old best friend, echoes follow through the desert wind. Oh, the desert wind, it knows my name, whispers secrets, old tales of shame. Every gust a reminder of what could have been. I ride alone with the desert wind. Under the black velvet sky stars dim, recall the night betrayal did begin. She vanished like smoke on a cursed land's whim, her laughter lost to the desert wind. Found her locket near a forgotten grave, promises whispered too faint to save. A silver bullet, a heart to mend, revenge calls cold in the desert wind. Oh, the desert wind, bitter cries of the devil's child. It sings of vengeance for my lost kin, my fate sealed with the desert wind. In the hush of night, my shadow stands tall against the backdrop where old wrongs call. The past and present now thinly skinned, my reckoning rides on the desert wind. So here I stand, where the church once screamed, accepting this life as fate had deemed. The desert knows my sins pinned, forever bound to the desert wind. Keep riding through till the end begins, just a ghost in the roar of the desert wind. Cuts the silence of the cursed plains. I found a dusty bottle, spinning tales of pain. A ghost town sleeps under a sky cruel and misty. There's blood on the whiskey, red as sunset, gory. Old shackles rattle where lost souls bow beneath the shadow of the gallows where the sinners cry. Blood on the whiskey, fire in the night, haunted by the echoes of a love that died. The desert knows my secrets, buried deep and free. Blood on the whiskey, the spirits cry to me. A memory stirs of a love so fierce and blind. In her eyes a tempest, the stormy raging kind. But love turned to betrayal on a dusty windswept eve. She lay with my brother in the chapel by the reeds. The preacher spoke of forgiveness while my heart spoke of a grave. Now every sip of bourbon tastes the bitterness of betrayed. Blood on the whiskey, fire in the night. Smoke rises from the church where we once saw the light. The wind carries whispers of deceit and decree. Blood on the whiskey, the ghost won't let me be. Underneath the desert moon, I pour the pain away. The bottle lay empty like the words I couldn't say. As the stars judged in silence from their heavenly seat, I met my reflection, my betrayal complete. Blood on the whiskey, we reap what we sow. In the land of the forsaken, only the cursed winds blow. I'll ride with the shadows till death sets me free. Blood on the whiskey, this outlaw's legacy. Every chord a mournful plea, every note a whispered dread. In this haunted desert ballad, my heart forever bled. In a ghost town where the wind whispers names, dusty streets echo with old forgotten claims. Whiskey bottles lay thrown by the church's burnt gate, a tale of betrayal and a devil's fiery hate. Oh, the devil's hand, cold and unkind, finds the back of those who've left love behind. In the silence of the desert, under a blood-red moon, he walks with shadows, singing a vengeful tune. Now there once was a lover, fair-haired and true, whose heart was stolen in a night of dew. But the lover's promise was a whispered lie, left in a grave where only crows dare fly. Oh, the devil's eyes, like burning coals, seek out the sinner to claim their souls. Through dust storms howling like a train's lonesome cry, he counts each betrayal under a starless sky. By the forgotten well he stood his ground, the devil's curse echoing without a sound. Forsaken hearts, now heed my call. Revenge be mine, justice for all. So listen close, oh, you carrying sin, the devil's revenge, it sure will begin. In the cold night air, with every step you retrace, you'll meet your fate in this cursed silent place. Where the horizon bleeds onto dusty plains, a ghost town sleeps under cursed skies' rain. Whiskey bottles clink in the grip of the dead, echoes of betrayal where false vows were said. Wind carries whispers, a train's mournful cry. Beneath the black sun, only shadows dare to fly. Gone with the black sun, under shadow I roam, chasing echoes of a love, now a memory flown. In this land forsaken, where the silence confess, my heart beats a dirge in the deep wilderness. She was a flicker of light, swift to ignite, in a chapel of dreams, set the world alright. But the flames rose wild, ate through sacred walls, her laughter turned to ash when darkness called. Through the smoke she vanished, left nothing behind, only a specter of desire and a man resigned. Gone with the black sun, with revenge my silent partner. I wander these barren lands, ever the lone charter, to the ends of the earth, under sky so stern. For her the lost love, forever I yearn. So here's to the outlaws, with hearts turned to stone. May the black sun guide you through the deserts you roam. Out where the sunset bleeds rust on the ridge, underneath the hollow sky's mournful white, lies a ghost town's whisper, the broken bridge, past the dusty bottle where dreams run dry. Hear the trains cry cut through thin desert air, echoing the tales of old lost despair. Echoes from the hollow sky calling low, spinning tales of love betrayed and curses cast. Whiskey burns slow as cold winds of secrets blow. In the shadows every outlaw's die is cast. Beneath the churchyard's cross an unmarked grave hides a love stolen by traitor's hand. Her laughter haunts the canyon strong and brave. In the silent deserts I make my stand. The moonlight's witness to this heart's decay. Love's light smothered in the cruelest of ways. Echoes from the hollow sky, weary cries, tales of vengeance on a night without stars. The past and news, the future's a disguise. Every shadow hides a man behind bars. On this cursed land, under cursed skies, faced her ghost in every dawn's pale light. Truth's a blade that cuts through all the lies. Tonight the desert knows I'm here to fight. Echoes from the hollow sky, now my guide, resigned to roam where spirits can't find rest. With every step in dust my sins I bide. In the hollow sky the lost are blessed. Out where sorrow and the lost hopes collide. Echoes from the hollow sky know I ride. Out in the silence of a ghost town, heart's clutch. The wind whispers secrets covered in dust. The whiskey bottles clanking in my worn out sack. The echoes of betrayal, ain't no turning back. Sunset bleeding red on a cursed land. Here I tread a shadow, gun in hand. Revenge and smoke beneath the desert's cloak. My heart bleeds a tale, too bitter spoke. Lost love's fire in the cold night stokes, under starlit skies and the devil's jokes. Remember her laughter under the old church light, before it burned to ashes that cursed night. A train whistle moaning through the empty plains, like a ghostly reminder of our sweet love's remains. He took her from me, left nothing but her grave. Now I'm chasing shadows of the man I crave. Revenge and smoke beneath the desert's cloak. Vengeance is path, my burden to evoke. Through forgotten graves and tales misspoke, every step I take, my resolve revokes. In the silence of the desert, their faces appear, haunting my dreams, stoking my fears. A showdown looming in the dusk's embrace. His eyes meet mine, time slows its pace. Revenge and smoke, this life's cruel joke. Gunfire echoes as all ties are broke. Dust settles down on the path I chose. In a land of ghosts, a lone figure rose, with each chord strung and every note played low. Revenge and smoke in the desert's endless. Whoa. Underneath the whiskey sun, where cursed shadows roam, dust storms twist through ghost town bones, a drifter's silent home. Echoes of a train long gone whispers through the tracks. Every creaking board in town knows what I can't turn back. Here beneath the revenge, where my broken heart contends with the echoes of your voice in the winds that won't relent. By the light of a burning church, I see your face in fire's dance. All the love turned into ash, in this cursed, forsaken expanse. You were the moon in my midnight, now just a shadow in my sleep. Betrayal cut through our tight binds, left me in these deserts deep. Found your picture by the silver locket, laying by the forgotten graves. Underneath the starlit silence, where nothing left can be saved. Here beneath the revenge, where old ghosts refuse to mend, I hear the howls of the past, where our love met its bitter end. By the light of a burning church, I face the truth I can't escape. All our dreams turned into dust in this endless haunted landscape. In the cool of the desert night, I feel your betrayal sharp and stark. The sting of whiskey on my lips, like your memory in the dark. Was it love or just survival in this land so cruel and vast? The answer buried in the sands, like relics of a sinful past. Here beneath the revenge, I've laid my vengeance to rest. In the silence after the storm, with sorrow heavy in my chest. By the ruins of that holy place, I've learned to let your spirit pass. Beneath the revenge, I find peace at long last.
Under a blood-red sky where the old church lies, ghost town whispers singing lullabies. Footsteps echo across the cursed land, a bottle of whiskey gripped in a trembling hand. The wind carries tales of a love that crashed. Here I am in the shadows, dancing with ashes. Dancing with ashes under the cold moonlight. Every step a story of what's wrong and right. In the silence where the spirits sigh, I'm just a soul too restless to die. Dancing, dancing with ashes tonight. How the flames kissed the sky, the night the truth burned and love said goodbye. She vanished like smoke on that old train's whistle, left nothing but memories sharp as thistles. Now every gust of desert dust, every church bell that clashes, brings me back to the dance with ashes. Dancing with ashes under the starlit veil. Every turn a reminder of that bitter tale. Here in the wasteland where echoes confide, lies a heart that the desert can't hide. Dancing, still dancing with ashes so pale. There's a storm brewing over the silent sands, like the fury I feel clenching these hands. The gods of vengeance whisper in gusts so Dancing with ashes where no angels tread. With each step I claim all the tears I've shed. This dance, my redemption, all my sweet despair. In the dust I find the courage laid bare. Dancing, forever dancing with the ghost in my head. Dancing, just dancing with ashes till I'm dead.
In the shadowy vale where the wild dogs wail, under moonlit skies the cursed land lies. Whiskey bottles lay by the graves unmarked, as the church down the lane burns cold and dark. Smoke rises high, blends with the cries. Ghost trains whistle past, oh how the dead don't die. This cursed land holds me with its thorny embrace. Lost souls wander, each with an unremembered face. Once knew love's soft touch in these desolate sands. Her laughter now dust whisked away by cursed hands. Betrayed by a brother with greed in his eyes, he left me for dead under black stormy skies. Smoke swirls like spirits in the twilight's red glow. Echoes of laughter from the life I used to know. This cursed land whispers with a vengeful voice. Reclaim what was stolen, it seems I got no choice. Hard, leaves the strong feeling weak. Now the smoke settles on this cursed plot. I've taken my revenge, gave it my last shot. This land keeps its secrets like a silent vow. In the cursed land and smoke, I'll make my final bow.
Under the blood and red moon's eerie light, dust swirls where the black horse did ride. Bottles clink in the ghost town silence. Whispers float from the saloons past violence. Midnight strikes
under starlit skies. Fate's cruel wheel, echoes of a train that never arrives. Life's a shadow in these cursed dives. He walked with a bounty on his soul, loved a woman whose heart he stole. In the chapel where the vows were said, flames danced high, love was left for dead. Midnight calls in the devil's grasp. In silent deserts the lost loves gasp. Burning churches light the forsaken plains, where hope is a ghost and only sorrow remains. Staring down the barrel of his sins, he sees her face and the wind's harsh spins. The truth strikes like a viper's bite in the desert's cold under the haunting moonlight. Midnight burns in the devil's eyes, a gunslinger's oath, a life of lies. Yet in the darkness a soul might find a shot at redemption, or leave it all behind. With each chord strummed on a lonely guitar, this tale unwinds like a wound unscarred, telling a story as old as the hills, shadowed under moonlit chills. In the shadow of a burned out chapel's bell, ghost town whispers, wind's mournful yell. 6 bullets loaded by the hands of the sea, lying in the dust where the lost roads meet. A bottle of whiskey sings a silent prayer, forgotten graves, no names to bear. The sun bleeds red over cursed lands, an outlaw walks with shaking hands. Oh, fate's a cruel mistress with a loaded gun, 6 bullets of sorrow for what can't be undone. Each a memory, each a tale of woe, in the heart of the desert where the lost souls go. Betrayal came on a dust storm's breath, love turned salad straight to death. Her laughter haunts like a train set whistle, love's sweet bloom choked by thistle. The church had burned one fateful night, a heart betrayed set the world alight. He remembers her eyes, a stormy sky, underneath the desert stars, a whispered goodbye. Oh, fate's a cruel mistress with a loaded gun, 6 bullets of sorrow neath the setting sun. Each a story, each a faded scar, chasing redemption in this ghostly bazaar. By the 5th bullet, the truth was clear, echoes of the past drawing near, a show Oh, fate's a cruel keeper of destinies. 6 bullets of fate bring a man to his knees. One for each sorrow and the last for release. In the whispering sands may he find his peace. Each a final note in this lonesome refrain, as the desert swallows his pain. Out in the valley where the dead trees stand, the sand whispers secrets of a cursed land. Moonlight dances on a lone gravestone. A ghost town echoes with a sorrowful moan. A bottle of whiskey lies in the dust, forgotten like the dreams we left to rust. Train whistle moaning in the midnight hour. Desert wind's waltz holds a haunting power. Oh, dance with the shadows that the moonlight paints. Twirl with the spirits and the heartbreak saints. Each step a story of love's decay. The desert wind waltz sweeps us away. She was a beauty with wildfire eyes, promised forever under starlit skies. A betrayal's blade was a silent vow, left nothing but a burning church to show how. Dust storms rage like the anger I've nursed, her memory a blessing and a heart-wrenching curse. Every whisper in the wind, her voice seems near. In the eye of the storm disappears my fear. Oh, dance with the shadows that the moonlight paints. Twirl with the spirits and the heartbreak saints. Each step a story of love's decay. The desert wind waltz sweeps us away. With the devils that the night unveils, step through the silence where the justice fails. Revenge or mercy, the line wears thin. The desert wind waltz calls me again. Oh, dance with the shadows that the moonlight paints. Twirl with the spirits and the heartbreak saints. Each step a story in dust inscribed. The desert wind waltz where my old self died.
In the shadow of the valley, where the dead men lie still, the sun bleeds crimson over Boot Hill. Whiskey bottles and secrets buried deep, ghost town echoes the forsaken weep. A lone whistle splits the silence, a train bound for nowhere, past the hanging tree, swaying in the air. Underneath the hanging tree, that's where I'll find his fate. Ghosts of the past whispering of hate, a twisted rope and a crooked decree. Lost souls linger where no one's free. In the dusty winds of sins they'll retreat, by the old hanging tree where the condemned never leave. bridge once, sworn to protect, but her heart turned dark from love's neglect. Burning church on a hill, prayers gone with the smoke, promises shattered, and on his vow he did choke. A lover's betrayal under a blood moon's glare, her whisper in the dark, a cold and desolate affair. Underneath the hanging tree, justice finds its own, a reckoning from seeds of sin that was sown. Merciless sky and a storm's mournful plea, echoes of the cursed and a soul never free. In the howling night, the truth he will perceive. At the base of the hanging tree, only death can relieve. On forsaken ground he stands, gun heavy in hand, faced by the shadows of this cursed land. Their eyes bore through him, each a mirror of his own ghost. In the silence he's the host to the dance toast. A reckoning's breath upon his neck, revenge a bitter seed. It's here at the hanging tree, his fate is decreed. Underneath the hanging tree, a twisted silhouette swings, a tale of a man who gambled with kings. In the silent desert, the story is told of a life taken early and a heart grown cold. By the old hanging tree, he embraced his final breath, swallowed by shadows in the dance of death. Out where the dust clouds hug the sun-fried streets, old Sal's bar stands, rust on its neon heartbeat. Whiskey bottles line the walls like silent sentries, echoes of train whistles, ghosts in the prairies. A stranger walks, shadows cling like old deaths. In the town that mercy and God seem to forget. There's no mercy in the whiskey, it just burns right through, fueling the fires of a heart black and blue. Down in the valley where the cursed lands lie, you can scream at the desert but it won't reply. No mercy in the whiskey, no tears left to cry, under the watch of a vulture circling sky. Saw her reflection in a bottle, her smile a fading light haunted the bar stool since she vanished in the night. The preacher spoke of redemption, his church lost to the flames. Only the whiskey remembers, whispers her name. Trails of serpents slip silent through the sands. Her love a mirage just slipped right through my hands. There's no mercy in the whiskey, it just burns right through an old outlaw's tale of a love untrue. Down by the rail tracks where the night trains wail, the wind carries stories of a love gone stale. No heartbreak in the cold moonlight. In the mirror behind the bar, a face worn and weary and out
outlaws, I stark haunted teary, confronted by the man I've come to be on in this ghost town, this cursed country. But the bottle's my trial and the bar's my jury. Whiskey's a judge that passes no mercy. There's no mercy in the whiskey. It just burns right through a story of the fallen, as old as it's true. In the dust of the desert where sins lay bare, the whiskey's my refuge, my cross to bear. No mercy in the whiskey, just a soul laid bare. A heart once hopeful, now lost in despair.
In the shadow of the valley, where the cold winds dare, lies a town too scared to whisper beneath the serpent's prayer. Whiskey bottles and secrets buried in forsaken sands, echoes of train whistles slipping through ghostly hands. Under the blood-red sky, where the lost souls roam, I walk these cursed grounds, forever calling them home. Prayers drowned out by gunfire, only the vultures care about the tales and the sins beneath the serpent's prayer. Years ago, a love was wrong 'neath the weeping moon's glare. Her laughter now just memories in the chilling night air. Burning churches to ash like snow, a testament to despair. Marked by stone crosses and rows of forgotten prayers. Under the blood-red sky, where silent deserts weep, I find her whispers in the storm, where the shadows creep. Revenge of bitter liquor, served colder than the night air. Drunk slowly with the ghosts beneath the serpent's prayer. Then came the night I stood face to face with my dread. Her specter in the wind spoke of the love we once wed. Vengeance or redemption, she cried with a mournful stare. Choose your path wisely beneath the serpent's glare. Under the blood-red sky, I laid my vengeance to rest, with her ring on my finger and her memory on my chest. Forgiveness a hard-won freedom found in the dusty air. I walk away from the past beneath the serpent's prayer. Out where the dust whips the silence around, in a valley where the damned souls parade, stands an old town, just curses and shrouds, where even the brave seldom tread. Echoes of train whistles, sad midnight calls, whiskey bottles shattered by ghostly despair. Each crumbling wall, a story it balls of love lost and lives claimed unfair. Dance, dance, the dead man's valley waltz under moonlight with shadows you've crossed. Twirl with the memories and the desert frost. Dance, dance till you pay the final cost. Once loved a maiden with fire in her eyes. In this town my heart she did claim, but betrayal burns under cold starlit skies. She left the church burned in her name. I searched every canyon, called out in vain. Only echoes of my pleas came on back. The wind laughed, carrying her sweet scent again on the same dusty forsaken track. Dance, dance, the dead man's valley waltz. Spin with spirits, the old tales retold. Twirl with the dust where your dreams were sold. Dance, dance, till the truth unfolds. She once sold for gold to the now walking dead. I knew right then what next I must face, the ghost of my past in her deceitful grave. And dance, dance, the dead man's valley waltz with the ghost of my lost false heart. Twirl her around in the silence, we'll pause. Dance, dance in the cold under stars' applause. Let her go, let the past finally die, as the valley keeps our waltz alive. Dance, dance till the end justifies the pain, the love under wide open sky.
Town where the sun forgot to rise, dusty boots echo neath stormy skies. Whiskey bottles litter the barren streets, ghostly whispers the desert deceives. Train whistle moans a lonesome cry, in the distance a church bell dies. Footprints lead to a tale untold. In the silence the dark takes hold. The devil's dusty boots, walking mile by mile, every step a story of betrayal and guile. Through cursed lands and broken trust, every heart turned cold, every dream to dust. There's an old saloon where shadows play, forgotten graves where restless spirits lay. He walked in with fire in his eyes, a path of ash where his heart lies. Sins whispered over a fading flame, a lover's vengeance, a dead man's claim. His boots told stories worn and torn, a soul sold, a pact sworn. The devil's dusty boots under the moon's pale light, tracing steps of lost love through the black of night. He walks a road that's paved with rust, every smile a lie,
devil sent.
Under the scornful sky of a dying town, where the whiskey drowns secrets that never calm down, the train whistle howls like the lonely ghost winds through streets where the prayers are as thin as the sins. Here's to the last ride down the old faded tracks, where lies bind the soul like the dust on our backs. With a heart full of bullets and eyes like cold graves, this last ride's the ballad of the damned and the brave. Once knew love like a church burning bright in the night, but vengeance came whispered in the cold morning light. She left with a shadow, left me with my sin, in a town too cursed, where hope's as dry as gin. Here's to the last ride past the forgotten stones, where dreams die as silent as old buried bones. With a heart that's still bleeding under this scorched sky, this last ride's my penance, not my final goodbye. In the mirror of the night, I face my weathered soul, found her locket buried deep in a dark dusty hole, the reflection of a man who's lost everything dear, riding forth to the horizon where fear blends with fear. So here's to the last ride, where the past meets the end, under twilight's last gleaming, where we break never bend. With a heart torn asunder on this cursed land I roam, this last ride's my story in this ghost town, my home.
Underneath that hollow sky, ghost town whispers, wind-born lies. Dust dances with the devil's sound on streets where dreams lay fallow drowned. Moonlight casts a judgmental glow on the chapel where no believers go. Empty bottles clink like bones in a tavern where sinners atone. Beneath the hollow sky, shadows tell what words deny. In the silence, truth will rise whilst the righteous close their eyes. Stars bear witness from on high to the tales of why men die. Underneath that hollow, haunted sky, old train tracks, rusted, worn, echo wails of the forlorn. The sheriff's badge, tarnished, bent by bullets spent in malcontent. Her love was a fleeting spell, a tender heart bound for hell. In the dust of a cursed land, she slipped like time through a broken hand. Beneath the hollow sky, tales of love, how they twist, they pry. In the silence, past deeds cry while the wounded spirits fly. Stars gaze down with a mournful eye on lonely graves where secrets lie. Underneath that hollow, haunted sky. things right. Forgotten sins come to light as the past demands a fight. Face to face with what I've done under the relentless desert sun. This land keeps score of the lost and won. Beneath the hollow sky I stand with no alibi. In the silence I confess, embrace the curse and seek redress. Stars look down on this restless plight, guide the lost back through the night. Underneath this hollow haunted sky, whiskey soothes the restless soul. Beneath the sky that makes us whole, drifting sands that time will sieve. Beneath the hollow sky we live.